I'm I'm Sim,
And I'm Sirath.
and
we
we are SASS. We are asked literally, and we are asked literally of the name as well. So
And welcome to SAS with
this is SASS with us. This is our first episode. As you can see, we are very newbies on YouTube, but it's okay. We this whole idea originated from this one because she's been feeling this urge from the inside that I need to start a podcast. Which low key, we do this all the time in a general basis. Like if we're in school, we're in
conversation every often. We have conversations in at McDonald's, and
Make
this
dicks,
is what
guys.
we do.
McDicks is
Gossip.
our life. You
Yeah.
should have seen our last McDicks adventure. We were fucking getting 2 sheeps and llamas married. It was a very entertaining moment. We should put ad clip behind this.
Snow. Oh my god, it's snow.
It's snowing. Oh, they get married first. Wait, yeah. No, this is not
Of oneself. The full exposition of oneself is absolutely amazing. I love it. But I think on this podcast, what you're gonna notice the most is a lot of honesty, a lot of truthfulness. Is gonna be like a very organic conversation. Like obviously, like there'll be cuts here and there in the video, but it's not gonna be like like stupid shit where we're scripting everything. The only thing that we have scripted are thoughts in our head of what we want to talk
There
about.
is no script to this. I think we're just gonna be talking about random bullshit that we talk about almost every day. And we've been talking about for the past 2 years.
Yeah.
Doing nothing.
Oh,
Sipping wine.
we forgot to fucking mention what degree we're in.
Let's start with where we are, what we are doing.
Okay. So currently we are in Vancouver, BC, Canada. We are college students at a particular college which I'm not gonna name. And we are studying interior design. We are doing a bachelor's.
ass
That's
school,
very
though.
important. We're doing our
It's a
bachelor's.
bachelor's, but the school is fucking ass.
Exactly. It goes with our vibe right now.
This is where we got the name from. As you can see.
Everything in our life.
Hashtag inspiration.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's our brief introduction to what we are, and we are just 3 girls trying to figure out life.
Not doing well in that at all.
Going through adulthood, crying every now.
I
often.
think that we are
Politics. But okay, so you know our introduction now. I'm Sim. This is Asta. That's C. We are Ass, and our name. I can't both of you hold it here, and I'd be like, anyway, you guys know that now we're Sass with Ass. That's where it came from. Our life is fucking dramatic as fuck, which is where the sass came from, and ass because everything about it is practically ass until now, until we get fans and we have a family. We love you guys to death. I don't know who you are, but I fucking love you.
That's a perfect introduction,
right?
to-
Like it's
Exactly.
it's just awesome. But we just want you to be able to relate. Our conversations tend to be very relatable with everybody. And it goes on for hours. Like if you have us sitting in a McDonald's after one of our classes, our class will end at 4 and it's supposed to end at 5. We'll go home at 10.
Mhm.
Okay? That's how long our conversations goes. And it's such bullshit. Like it's just random stuff. And it's okay. And I know that everyone in their life has this type of shit that goes on, so we're just vlogging it. I think that's the only difference. Anyway, introductions are done. Let's get into the juicy shit. What's the juicy shit?
Juice. How do you want to start this?
Juice. We should start it by saying that the top of these fucking microphones look like assholes. Furry assholes.
I am not a part of this conversation.
The way we pulled it and
I am not. I can cut
What
this
did you
video
do?
from yours.
inserted.
Yeah, they inserted it onto the mic, guys. They inserted it onto the mic.
Let's talk about something else.
Oh, also, side note, we are very dirty-minded people, so please.
No, we're not.
I'm a very dirty-minded person. Very dirty-minded. Corrupted.
Auntie,
She is also very...
before you think I am the bad influence.
She's the one.
No, my mom knows, bro. Me and my mom have no filter. We have conversations.
That's good for you.
She's teaching both of us the bad shit. So she's the one you
I'm
should
the bad
blame.
influence.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just want to say that if you guys want to see more of us, like, share, and subscribe.
That's the most YouTuber thing to do.
Subscribe.
And follow us on Instagram.
Follow us on Instagram. We're called SASwithASS. I'll put a logo up here somewhere.
The editing.
But Just like, share, and subscribe. And I hope we entertain you today. And just
Join into our
it's been
conversation
a dream
if you
for me
can.
to start a podcast.
Okay.
But did we tell you that this is a podcast?
Yeah, guys, this is a podcast.
Start. You were just like, we are SASwithASS. That's it. You deal with it. Whatever. It's the giggly shit. I told you.
Okay, we are a podcast. FYI. We're also on a budget of a podcast, but you might look at our little mics.
I think they've seen enough.
Sorry. Okay, let's get into the juicy shit now. Enough of the intro bullshit. I feel like our intro was fucking 18 minutes. The jungle, the mighty jungle.
Okay.
The lion sleeps tonight.
Now that all the boys have left. No worries, we didn't want to. Anyways.
Yeah, now we can talk freely. What happened?
Girl's fucking crossing like
She's crossing like a pretzel. She's like crossing like a pretzel. Anyway,
about like random shit. Like, oh my god, I got so mad at mom about we started talking about my moving out stuff. This is the second talk about. So a little behind the scenes. So I moved in with a friend of mine, and we had just met in college, and I moved in, and I thought it was gonna be like the Friends episode. Never is the Friends episode. Fuck that.
That's the dream.
Yeah. Like it just fuck that.
By the way, we're getting golden hours, so.
But yeah, I moved in with that person, and I met like the other person's friends as well and all that, and they were nice and whatever, and like we bonded. So I was like, chill, it's like it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be a good experience. Oh, everyone was asking me over and over again. She was asking me, my mom was asking me, like, are you sure about this? I was like, yeah, like it'll be great. Like I had already moved out and I was moving into this place now, which was further from school and it was more rent. So I moved in. First 6 months were great. We were doing book doing whatever the fuck we wanted, and then we moved. I After 6 months, it started getting really complicated because a lot of people started having problems with a lot of things. I'm not gonna explain those, but it was just very complicated to the point where the household got very toxic and it wasn't a place that you would want to stay anymore. So I decided to move out. Now this moving out process, I am telling you that this was probably the fucking hardest thing in my entire life I've gone through. And I was explaining this to my mamu because I was just like, he knows majority of the story, but I was explaining it. He's like, there's one thing that you need to keep in mind, that Indian का दिमाग and Indian Canadian का दिमाग बहुत अलग होता है. Indian और इस generation का especially, we're used to confronting people. हमारा जो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक होता है, जो हमको करना होता है, जो हमको निकालना होता है, जैसे हम प्रॉब्लम्स को सॉल्व करते हैं, we टेक इट आउट. उस जमाने में, मम्मी के जमाने में, वहां पे वो कुछ बोलते नहीं थे, तो उनके लिए कॉन्फ्रंटेशन होता नहीं है. उनको लगता है कि साइलेंट रखो तो फिर प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाएगी. इसलिए मम्मा थिंक्स दैट द होल साइलेंस थिंग इज लाइक अ बेटर वेपन एंड ऑल दैट, पर हमारी जनरेशन में ऐसे होता नहीं है. एंड ऑल्सो लाइक इंडियन पीपल आर मच स्ट्रीट स्मार्टर, सो दे नो हाउ टू लाइक फक यू आउट. ओके, so this is my mom who's telling me this, and he's telling because he's also born there, so he knows what he's talking about. So we went over and I started telling mom like, oh, you should have let me like confront them, because they're basically laughing at my mom, and like I got pissed because I'm like, you're not respecting her, right? Obviously, as a parent, you're not respecting. So I was telling mom like, you should let me confront them, and then mom started to explain like, this is the reason why you should have done it, and then I'm like, look, because the amount of anger I felt 2 days ago on the same topic was unreal. Yeah, I sent them a long ass text message after, but the satisfaction didn't feel real because I didn't say it at that moment. And mom was like, her reasoning was that like, oh, like I just wanted to get it done and I wanted to get it out of the way, and there was no point कि ये सारे बच्चे हैं. I'm like, first of all, उस रूम में सारे बच्चे नहीं थे. अगर हम चारों के बीच में कुछ हो गया था, हम सारे adults थे, we could have dealt with it. But mom was like, nay, like I didn't want to do it, and like she basically didn't let me speak. So I was telling her, I was like, mom, you should let me speak. And the problem I was having is that even if this were to happen again, she still wasn't gonna let me do it. So I was trying to explain to her, I'm like, you gotta let me fucking do it, because if I don't do it, मेरा satisfaction बढ़ता नहीं है, और वो उस टाइम पे हंसते नहीं थे, because they wouldn't have expected me to speak up. If I would have speaked up, they would have shut the fuck up right there and then, and it'd be end story. But they didn't, so I like outbursted on mom. I was getting so mad, and like I wanted to go upstairs and punch my pillow. Mom was like, "Don't come and punch me in my sleep." I'm like, "No, I won't." But it was just a very chaotic situation. I don't know, like I think it's just a main topic in our generation that we like confronting a lot more than they used to, because at that time for them it was incorrect, impolite to speak up.
I anyway think हमारी generation is good with confrontations. Like हमारी generation ना patience में बहुत कम है. So इससे better निकाल दो और खत्म करो rather than अपने अंदर रखने की. उसका कोई फायदा भी नहीं है यार, बाद में आके तुम्हें ही तंग करता है वो.
But it also depends on how you were raised.
I agree. I
Because
highly agree.
not everybody's parents are like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes your parent would say, "Baat karo, solve it off."
Sort it out.
Yeah. But some parents are like, "No, like don't do this. Don't create a scene. Don't make it a big deal."
Yeah.
And that affects how you see and you deal with shit in your adulthood. For sure.
Like I think अगर बचपन से ही बताया गया है ना कि छोड़ो फालतू में react क्यों करना, like go on with your life, why do you want to react, why do you want to create a mess, then I think you would not reply to the other person. But जब I personally think कि जवाब देना एक point पे तो जरूरी है, because फिर लोग समझते हैं कि तुम उनसे डर गए.
Exactly. That's exactly what I told Mama. Mama को समझ नहीं आ रहा था. Mama was like, यार, in that situation, I was the only adult. अगर things went out of hand, तो मैं क्या करती? I'm like, पहले तो it wouldn't have got out of hand क्योंकि अगर मैं कुछ बोलती तो वो चुप हो जाती. और अगर वो चुप नहीं भी होते थे, I'm like, उस time पे, at that point, they already disrespected you. There was no healthy relationship left to save. So it doesn't matter if I would have said something or not. वो घंटा कुछ होने ही नहीं वाला था. Like it doesn't matter what happens at that point, right? अगर like कुछ save करना हो तो मेरे को समझ आता कि भाई बाद में it shouldn't be worse. But at this point there was nothing to fucking save. I knew in my head कि मैं इससे तो दोस्ती नहीं करूंगी अब क्योंकि सब कुछ हो गया था.
I just think like Canada in general is very toxic. Because यार एक तो ना लोग जो आए हैं यहाँ पे, no offense, no shade to anyone, ठीक है, हर कोई अपनी सिचुएशन में आया, हर कोई अपने बेस्ट कर रहा है, बट लोग ऑलरेडी इतने तंग है ना यहाँ पे रह के.
बहुत महंगा है यहाँ पे रहने.
महंगे की बात ही नहीं है यार, तुम यहाँ पे रह ही नहीं सकते हो बिना जॉब के. अगर तुम पैसा नहीं कमा रहे हो खुद से तो यहाँ पे सरवाइव करना बहुत मुश्किल है.
Unless your parents have generational wealth. That's the only way
Exactly.
you can survive.
And not it's not even about that. माँ बाप के पैसे में भी कितना ही जी लोगे यार.
यार 1 point खुद की
एक टाइम पे इतनी फ्रस्ट्रेशन हो जाती है तो मैं लगता है कि यार नहीं बाहर निकलूं, कुछ कमाऊं, कुछ मेरे को मेरा इंडिपेंडेंस फील हो.
Exactly.
तो मुझे लगता है वो लोग ऑलरेडी इतने फ्रस्ट्रेटेड हैं कि जब उनको घर पे आके कुछ फेस करना पड़े तो वो सबसे पहला उनका रिएक्शन इरिटेशन का ही निकलता है.
Yeah, I mean, majority of the times I can't relate, obviously, क्योंकि मैं तो यहाँ पे पली बड़ी हूँ and I run off my parents' money अभी के लिए, but I can't relate. But I mean, from what I've heard from like you guys and all, and I've seen that you guys run around a lot, I genuinely don't understand how you would do it.
I read a post on Instagram saying like if you're in your 20s and you've moved to another country, you have done all your bank shit yourself, you have run to the services offices, whatever they're called, to yourself, you've managed to get everything done by yourself, you don't fear anything anymore. And I think that's
You
so
can go
true.
through anything after you have done this. I feel like
Yeah.
I can do anything now. Like this was my
I'm not scared of
obstacle.
doing anything now.
Yeah.
Like if you give me a task today कि यार तेरे को ना रैंडम माउंट एवरेस्ट पे जाके झंडा गाड़ना है, मैं बोलूंगी हाँ मैं कर लूंगी.
Yeah, even though you have doubts, you know अगर मैंने ये किया है तो मैं ये तो आराम से कर लूंगी वैसा.
Even if you have no clue, even if you don't have any context कि क्या करना है, कैसे करना है, वो पता नहीं फिगर आउट हो ही जाता है.
Because now you believe in yourself and you
Yeah.
know कि अगर ये टाइम पे मैंने कैसे ना कैसे हो गया था भगवान के हिसाब से या I did it, my hard work or whatever, I know कि इसमें भी मेरे को I'll get a help और push up कैसे ना कैसे करके हो जाएगा.
और मेरे को ऐसा लगता है यहाँ पे सबको ये रियलाइजेशन बहुत जल्दी हो जाता है कि कोई किसी की हेल्प नहीं करता.
You are on your own.
You are on your own. Yeah. No matter तुम्हारे कितने रिश्तेदार रह रहे हो, कितने तुम्हारे बॉयफ्रेंड्स या पति या गर्लफ्रेंड्स whatever यहाँ पे रह रहे हो, तुम्हारी हेल्प कोई भी नहीं करेगा. Only you can help yourself.
Yes. And you need to be open to deal with shit.
Yeah.
You need to, if you walk out of the house in the morning feeling like, oh my god, peaches and strawberries everywhere. No,
No man.
no.
That isn't life anymore.
There is lemons after lemons
There's
after
fuck
lemons,
that. Fuck lemon.
which
There's
is
fucking Karela.
which is
Karela after Karela. Okay,
which is why we always every Saturday we feel like having tequila because life is giving us so many lemons.
Leave everything.
$3 tequila shots all the way.
bro, that's honestly like a fucking dream. The fucking Karela after Karela, and that too I've started noticing that now, right? Like after like being in that la la land of a teenager, that like, oh, life is great and I have a boyfriend and all this shit, bro. Fuck, everything hits you at once like it's a fucking tsunami. I was like, I felt like मैं डूब रही हूँ यार. Gone on vacation, वापस आके एक पे एक पे एक पे एक कुछ ना कुछ होता रहता है. और
It's just emotional tsunami.
और स्कूल मेरे गांड में घुस आ रही है कि भैंचोद मतलब मरी तू अब मर, तू सोई मत, तू अब मर. I'm like, मैं क्या करूं भैंचोद? I'm telling my friends, I'm like, yo, I can't fucking catch a break. I'm like, either someone's fucking deciding that नहीं आज दोस्ती नहीं करनी मेरे को, या someone's deciding नहीं आज इमोशनल ट्रॉमा करते हैं, या मेरे को याद आ रही मेरी एक्स की, या उसके ऊपर मेरे को नींद नहीं आ रही क्योंकि मेरे को असाइनमेंट करना है, क्योंकि मेरा टीचर मेरे को बोले कि यार बहुत डिटेल में करना है, गांड चुताएगी अब तेरी. I was like, मैं यहाँ पे बैठी हूँ गाड़ी में, मम्मा का ये हो क्या रहा है मेरी जिंदगी में. मतलब कोई मतलब इंसान सेन नहीं है, मैं सेन नहीं हूँ, मेरे टीचर सेन है, मेरे काम सेन है, मेरी पूरी जिंदगी सेन नहीं है.
I think you just summed up our life in that monologue.
और गांड चुता नहीं है.
In that monologue, you just summed up our life. Okay, guys, bye. See you tomorrow.
This was it.
This was it.
Like this is what I'm saying. It was ass. Literally, fucking life is ass. Fuck life.
That is such a short and perfect way of like briefing out our whole situation. Like not just like our personal lives, our school life, work life, everything is ass. And it's the ass can be good and bad. So I'm not saying everything is bad.
That shit. It's in the butt stuff.
Okay. Relax.
As I said, I'm a very dark humor person. Anyway, yeah, no, it's shit. Okay, and like I'm sitting in the car, my mom's sitting like this, listening to my rant. Okay, this is after the dance rehearsal that I had. Obviously, after the dance rehearsal, who's the first person that's going to come to my mind? My ex, my favorite person in the entire world. I can't fucking stand without. I'm sitting like this. I'm like, एक आंसू टपक रहा है ऐसे. Slowly motion scene में एक movie जो होता है ना करेंगे करण जौहर की, तो एक scene पे एक आंसू निकलता है, वो ही हो रहा था. And mama looked at me, यार सही बात है यार, लाइफ कितनी चूतिया है. I'm like, यार सही बात है. I'm like, यार कुछ है ही नहीं जिंदगी में.
We love you.
And I'm like, if I tell भैया कुछ भी इंडिया में, इतना रोती क्यों है, इतना सोचती क्यों है. मैं खुद I'm not trying to fucking think on my own. मैं खुद यहाँ पे बैठी कि हाँ आज ओवर थिंक करेंगे. मेरी फेवरेट एक्टिविटी है, we're gonna do it. It's my favorite thing to do in my day. What the fuck? I'm not just sitting here like, oh yeah, let's think today. कुछ भी.
I just want to say you're sounding gibberish. So
I was something.
use your words, lady. Use your words.
No, but I feel like it's sometimes कि होता है कि once everything starts going wrong, you feel like the whole world is shattering around you, and it's just for a brief moment. It's just it keeps happening, and then it'll pass by, and like, oh, everything is right, everything is
And then it'll go back
happy.
to
I'm so
everything is
happy,
fine.
and then again, it's just a mountain of ups
But
and downs.
at this point I feel कि अगर कल मेरी life में कुछ हो जाए ना, I'll still be like, okay,
होना ही था.
sure, thank you.
Next.
Because अब कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. अब तो like I've seen the worst. I think people are gonna think that I'm being over dramatic.
No,
But
we have seen her go through it.
Through the words.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We're two different perspectives, and
Yeah.
that's two different age categories. One's from a different background, one's from different age categories, one's from different background again. But when she tells me her stories, and I kid you not, bro, this woman has predicted everything in my life. She have literally. I'm not even. I can bet you $20 if I have a problem, she'll tell me what to do. It'll happen. And I'm like, fuck this. I don't trust my own gut feeling. I trust her gut feeling.
I'm not an astrologer. Please don't send me your kundlis.
She just knows shit. That's it.
I'm so at this point what you guys are saying I totally agree और मैं तुम्हें हमेशा यही बोलती हूँ कि मैं तुम्हें क्या ही बोलूँ यार ये होता है ये होना होता है ये जब तक नहीं होगा तब तक तुम बड़े नहीं होगे
Yeah, exactly.
और ये होगा तभी तुम्हें रियलाइज होगा कि यार नहीं दुनिया बहुत बड़ी है
बहुत बढ़िया bro.
दुनिया बहुत बड़ी है
तुम्हारी जिंदगी मतलब
you're a minuscule
बहुत छोटी है. Like if you just step out into the world and you see what other people are dealing with, it's like बहनचोद ये तो कुछ नहीं है. मेरे पास तो बहुत मैं यार okay. To quote Billie Eilish, Billie Eilish once said, and I fully accept this. When we're kids, parents always tell us, "Ki yaar, how do you think like you're so emotional? How can you feel like this? You can't feel like this." It's such bullshit. Because as a kid, even till now, until you're 20, the only thing that we run our life off of are emotions. तो हमको मतलब ये जो फीलिंग आ रही है कि जिंदगी ओवर हो चुकी है, हमको इतना ड्रामेटिकली फील होता है.
बहुत कुछ देखना बाकी है यार अभी तो. You guys are just 19.
एग्जैक्टली हमको अभी तक वो रियलिस्टिक माइंडसेट आती नहीं है. हमको सिर्फ इमोशनल एस्पेक्ट आती है कि यार हमारी जिंदगी क्यों हो रहा है, मेरे साथ ही क्यों हो रहा है.
Because ये ना I'll tell you, when I was 19 मुझे भी लगता था मेरी ना लाइफ खत्म हो गई है, मैं डिप्रेशन में चली गई हूँ, मेरे पास कुछ बचा नहीं है अब, और बस मेरी
बस
लाइफ
खत्म करो.
और मेरी लाइफ यहीं खत्म हो जाएगी, मैं लुधियाना में ही मर जाऊंगी. और मैं कुछ नहीं, बस मैं कुछ नहीं करूंगी, मैं बस यही करती रहूंगी सारी उम्र. I'll be like a nobody, and that's what I thought, but today I'm here. You never know where life is going to take you. And if you think today कि यार oh my god मेरे तो problems ही बहुत है, आज ये हो रहा है, कल वो हो रहा है, ये वो हो रहा है, you should be thankful. तुम्हें बहुत छोटी एज में बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिल रहा है.
और कुछ हो रहा है like wise.
Yeah, you're learning lessons.
At one point you're going to go through it. So पहले हो जाए या किसी के लिए बाद में हो जाए, it's the one and the same.
जितना जल्दी हो जाए उतना better है.
अरे
I feel.
I completely agree. But my point is कि like when anyone tells me कि like how are you feeling, मैं तो how am I feeling मतलब अब मैं इसी उम्र में इसी age
Obviously
में,
you're feeling terrible right now.
इसी उम्र में इसी एज में मैं और क्या करूं. मतलब अडल्टरी अभी शुरू हो रही है मेरी, तो मेरे को और
I think you're just taking your problems very seriously.
हाँ तो that's what my point is. That at this age that's what we do because we have nothing else. We have no insight कि यार हो चुका है, अब हमको समझ आते है कि जिंदगी ऐसी है.
तुम्हें 6 साल बाद जाके realize होगा कि oh excuse
This
me,
was such bullshit.
what was that?
And I've gone through this with my other past problems. I'm like यार ये तो क्या था ये.
I cringe when I think of like past, like I'm like मैंने क्यों किया था? It was so
Why
like
the
such fourth grade shit. Like
Why
I
the
could
fuck
have.
was I caring so much
Yeah.
that thing? खत्म करो ये कहानी, उसमें है ही क्या. मैं तो अभी मेरी जिंदगी अभी मर रही है, वहां पे तो कुछ हो ही नहीं रहा था. I don't go back to that time. मैं उसको अभी को I'll deal with it then.
But now I think I'm at peace because I just, like I said, I'm not scared of any problems now.
But you've gotten to a point after going through.
Yeah, I have been.
That's what
That's
he's
what I'm
saying.
saying. I've been
Like,
through
we
my share of life, and I just feel now I'm very like zen. क्योंकि मुझे अब डर ही नहीं लगता. कल को कुछ हो भी जाएगा ना, कल को कुछ हो भी जाएगा ना, मुझे डर नहीं लगेगा. ठीक है, देख लेंगे, कुछ कर लेंगे, हो तो जाएगा ही, आज नहीं तो कल तो हो तो जाएगा ही.
But I also think that this mindset that you have now, even like from what I've witnessed, especially with my mom because of the amount of shit that she goes through, this mindset only comes late, like early on in the generation कि we can actually think about our emotions and we can analyze. क्योंकि उस टाइम पे जो millennial की लाइन थी या boomers की लाइन थी, यार वो emotions analyze उनको पता नहीं होता कि करना
अरे
कैसे
यार
होता है.
हमारे माँ बाप ने अपनी एंजाइटी इनो पी के ठीक की हुई है. ठीक है, उन बेचारों को क्या,
That's such a good realization.
उनको बेचारों को क्या ब्लेम करना, उनको एंजाइटी का मतलब ही नहीं पता था. उन्होंने अपनी एंजाइटी ऐसे ट्रीट किया है. हमें तो फिर वी हैव सो मच नॉलेज, वी हैव एक्सेस टू द वर्ल्ड. So it's time all of us understand our parents and stop blaming them.
Because they are living and they are being parents for the first time.
अरे यार, my mom was probably 23 when she had me. Look at me.
अरे point तो मेरा वही है ना कि I'm not blaming them. I'm just saying that what I've realized is that this thought process that we have अभी कि like जिंदगी है, चलो move on. हमारे लिए आसान होता है understand करने के लिए कि हाँ like whenever I listen to you I'm like सही है. Right, like eventually मेरे को ये दिमाग आ जाएगी, mindset आ जाएगी मेरे पास. लेकिन मम्मा के पास if you try and explain this word, उनको समझ नहीं आएगा कि like ऐसे कैसे भगवान हमारे साथ ऐसे क्यों हो रहा है. उनको वो लगता है कि ये क्यों 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 हो रहा है. उनको समझ नहीं आ रहा कि उनको पता है क्यों हो रहा है, लेकिन उनको एक्सेप्ट नहीं करना होता. That's what I'm saying, and that's what I've noticed. No matter कि मतलब no matter कि तुम कैसे explain कर ले, no matter how much you explain to them, they need to go through their own shit to understand it. फिर वो जाके हमको बोलेंगे कि अच्छा अब मेरे को समझ आया. But you can explain it to them. It's very difficult. They feel that यार नहीं जो अभी हमको feel है ना कि like हमारी life जिंदगी उनको अभी भी feel होता है. That's what I'm trying to say.
But I feel like that's what we're gonna feel our whole lives.
No, but that's why she feels peace now अभी. उनको अभी तक peace नहीं आया.
Because yeah, that's what you're saying. Like they don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah, they get
Unko,
confused.
they don't know about anxiety, they don't know about depression, they just know, okay, I am sad and I just have to work through it and get past it and then I'll live life again. But it's
I
just
don't
that
think our parents की generation are even allowed to be sad.
सही बात है
They have been raised in such a strict manner कि उनको ये बोला जाता है कि सैड क्या होता है, कुछ नहीं होता, ये क्या होता है, तुम्हारे इमोशंस छोड़ो.
they at that time they said fuck your emotions, उसमें कुछ है ही नहीं, practical बनो, जिंदगी
इसीलिए
जियो.
हमारे पेरेंट्स की जनरेशन को अपने इमोशन से डील नहीं करना आता,
Yeah.
बिकॉज उनके टाइम पे उनको कोई बताने के लिए था ही नहीं कि यार ये सही है या ये गलत है या इसकी वजह से तुम्हें प्रॉब्लम हो रही है, या ओवर थिंक ही कर लो कि तुम्हें पता लग जाएगा तुम्हारे दिल में चल क्या रहा है.
हाँ, और वो मर जाएंगे ओवरथिंक करने में. And the thing is, I'm guaranteeing you that all of our parents have at least experienced anxiety and depression at least once in
I
their
agree.
life, right? पर उनको at that time they didn't know what it was. उनको label करना नहीं आता कि यार ये depression था.
वो मैं बोल तो रही हूँ, वो तो लेबल कर दी, घबराहट हो रही है, इनो पी लिया उसके चक्कर में ठीक हो गई घबराहट. उनको एंजाइटी वगैरह कुछ पता ही नहीं है.
And I feel so bad, yeah. Like, I mean, I'm putting myself in their position. Imagine back then, अगर तुमको मतलब understand नहीं करना होता कि तुम्हारे दिमाग में ये क्यों चल रहा है, तुम्हारे दिल में ये क्यों चल रहा है. Imagine being in that state of uncomfort for like so long and being told that what you are feeling is unbiased, it's unrealistic. There's no point on feeling it. And that feels like shit.
No access to anything.
Yeah, like full restriction. But some have restriction. Mama had a lot of restrictions. I mean, sorry, not like didn't have that many. She had freedom and all that, but फिर भी they like she had a good life. But there's also a difference. Some people have depression, they deal with anxiety, but they don't know what it is. In some cases as well, people have such a good life कि उनको असली जिंदगी पता नहीं होता कि वो क्या होता है. That's what mom's dealing with. कि अब उसको realize होती है कि यार ये जिंदगी है. जो हमको अभी रियलाइज हो रहा है कि यार ये जिंदगी है, जो 26 को आ रहा है उसको उनको अभी समझ आ रहा है, पहले नहीं था क्योंकि उनको पूरा शील्डेड था. But some families are different. Some उनको इतने restrict करते कि उनको they don't get a chance to see it because they say यार
because उनका they have been also brought up like this, no? Even our parents. They have been also brought up like oh my god पागल हो तुम, निकलो यहाँ से.
थेरेपी क्या होता है बहन, जो मतलब
this is how you have to live. If you have lived like this, you're good. If you have not, then whatever, you're not doing
to
right.
quote something from तारे ज़मीन पर, I love quoting. एक लाइन थी उस मूवी में कि उसने बोला था कि यार अगर आपको if you want to give birth to a kid and then keep it in a cage, don't give birth to a kid क्योंकि point नहीं बनता.
Of course.
पॉइंट नहीं बनता. लेकिन हर इंसान एटलीस्ट उस टाइम पे वही करता है ना, क्योंकि उनको सोचे कि बच्चा हो जाए, becomes an MBA डॉक्टर या कुछ, उसमें कुछ लाइफ सेट, उनको बस
norm of life.
उनको बस पैसे कमाने. अब लाइक अगर आप इस माइंडसेट बच्चे पैदा करोगे तो यार उनकी तो लाइफ मतलब बिगड़ जाएगी पूरी. उनकी तो लाइफ ही नहीं होगी. आपने पूरी प्लान कर दी उनकी पूरी जिंदगी. और इन एनी हैंड their life is not even in your own hands. उनके पास है. I'm very religious to point out.
I just think कि मुझे नहीं लगता हमारे पेरेंट्स इतना दूर तक सोचा होगा कि बच्चे पैदा करने हैं and all. I just think we're all accidents.
I was an accident.
I know I was not an accident.
I know I was not an accident, but I really think कि उस टाइम पे इतना कोई awareness भी नहीं था first of all.
It was just normal कि like बच्चा पैदा हुआ.
And second of all, I don't think anybody even give a shit. Oh, you're pregnant. Wow. Congrats.
Like that? No, I don't think so. For me,
Already.
my sister was asking my mom ki she wanted a sibling
Sister.
because she used to see all her friends with siblings,
Sibling vibes.
उनके छोटे बहन, उनके छोटे भाई, तो she was like I also want one. So my parents were like okay. So 8 साल बाद they decided okay इसको एक दे देते कुछ खिलौना. So I am a खिलौना here. I'm not even an accident. No, I'm not a what do you call it? What other things you can surprise? I was just a khilona that my sister wanted. I'm here for my sister.
She literally was born to be used. I
love it.
Instagram.
I love it. No, born to be played with.
Yo, that's a new motto. I'm telling you, born to be played with.
It's like life changing realization. Born to be played with.
Every guy will come after you then. Zendaya, please me.
Guys, we need to look out for her Hinge bio or something.
If you go on Dil Mein or Bumble, सारे मैच
No, that's what I'm saying. ना we'll have to look out कि change कर रहा है इसने कि नहीं तो इसको बहुत matches मिलेंगे. Anyway, what are you doing in Hinge?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Why do you have dating apps?
Just time pass.
I hate them.
You have the patience to do that.
but here's the thing. I don't use it like normal people do. I just look around, and if I have like the emotional feeling ki something is wrong with me right now, or I'm going through my periods, I would just do left, right, just for my sake. I don't actually.
Is this how we're coping in our generation?
Yes, I absolutely think the whole rejection part ki मैं reject कर सकती हूँ किसी को without.
Oh
fuck
my
you,
god, that's therapy.
Yes. No. Why do you think I have dating apps?
Why
I don't.
have I paid for therapy?
But yeah, that's how I use it. I don't. I mean, I'll have a
Personally-
conversation with random men
Have you
and
ever gone out with any?
twice.
Mm-hmm.
But then I didn't. I don't think I want to touch that right now. It was just one was like just like okay friends उससे ज़्यादा कुछ हो नहीं सकता and the other one was like I don't know मतलब मेरा एक point के बाद ऐसा हो जाता है कि I start disliking them कि मैं कमियां निकालने चालू कर देती हूँ so I just don't go any
वो बहुत
further.
normal है.
Bro,
Yeah.
honestly, I don't think I'm from this world. Well, because
जादूगर की बात.
I mean, I don't know if anyone can relate with me, but I hate dating apps.
I don't use them.
I've never downloaded
found
dating
You
apps.
you cannot find love there.
I'm
that's
not looking
very-
for love.
Okay.
Who looks for love on dating apps?
That's what I'm saying. Like you cannot find love there. You can do it for fun. That's all you can do dating apps with.
I am not into dating apps. Like I remember once I was like so bored that I downloaded one. And it was pathetic. I just think that it's so miserable to have dating apps. No shade to dating apps people. But I just think it's so miserable that you're on dating apps just because you're fattu enough
Mhm.
to not to ask anyone out to their face.
True.
Guys, go out,
But
meet
yeah,
people.
But
go, I feel like maybe like it's also like a maybe also it's like a location problem कि यार वहाँ पे उनको पता नहीं आधा time कि उनका social life में हो like they're maybe too busy that they can't go out and find these people. They can't go out clubbing to be experiencing like ये लोग so they go on to dating apps to be like okay if I can't be out physically in places to experience everything then I'll try and find them through online क्योंकि वहाँ पे तो आधे लोग ऐसे आते हैं ना either
that's like one side. But then there's the other one ki you can see everything that they have at least that what we think is true about themselves. Ki हाँ ठीक है, I do this, I do that, and the other person is like, okay, I like this, I like that. So you have a list of things about them, and you're like, okay, I want someone like him. So then you,
designer baby.
yeah,
Designer partner.
basically, yeah, this is basically that.
Nick Lester. He's hot. All hot.
We're talking about Matthew Broom from My Fault London. That man is gorgeous.
I'm talking about Nick Lester, the character from the books, guys.
God.
I'm not talking about Matt Broom. I love him, no shade to him, but he's fucking hot. I agree. But I'm talking about the Nick Lester character. Yeah, I'm that kind. I fall in love with characters
Yeah.
from books.
I think every so often we all do fictional.
I'm a
No,
girl.
I don't fucking read.
I
mean-
girl.
It could be a movie character. It doesn't matter.
If you're talking anime, Akaza from Demon Slayer. Hot as fuck. I'd marry that guy.
Okay, tell me. I want to know something. What is your love language?
Oh, touchy topic. Touch
Like,
topic.
where-
Touch topic.
Doesn't need to be
No, it's not.
I don't know anymore. I feel so shadowy and I just don't know what to do. Like,
So there are
What
like
just
5
happened?
kind of. I'll ignore her. There are like 5 kinds of.
What just
good. I like this one.
What the fuck just happened to you?
You finished it all.
Even I did.
Oh fuck. Okay, I need to catch up. Okay, should I chug?
No, don't chug it.
no,
It's
no,
already chug.
Don't chug it.
Okay.
But I was just saying there are 5 kinds of love languages, right? So acts of service, touch, physical touch, and we don't need the visual. Quality time, materialistic, and yeah, there are 5.
Materialistic is a
Gift giving, basically.
giving. Oh, okay.
Materialistic.
Oh, then I'm such a big materialistic person.
What is your love language out of these 5?
Physical.
I don't think I have one. I have like
Yeah, we'll just rank
combination or
rank it.
okay. Oh yeah, okay.
Put it in
Let's
rank.
rank it,
I
rank
think I'll go first.
No, go.
Okay. I think first for me is physical touch. Second, I would say words of affirmation. What are the other ones?
Quality time,
Mm.
acts of service. And gift
Acts of service and gift giving. What are the difference?
acts of service is like
Cooking for you.
yeah, like cooking for you, cleaning for you, folding your clothes for you.
Not just like service, as in like caring, basically.
like getting your coffee
Showing
in the
your actions,
morning.
basically.
Yeah, you don't. It doesn't need to be a physical thing that he's or she is gifting you.
Okay.
Like making you coffee.
Okay. So I would say physical touch. Then I would say acts of service, words of affirmation, uh, quality time, and gift giving. For me, I feel like I've been. This was me in my last relationship as well. When you could like literally for my birthday, you could give me a flower and a box of chocolates of my favorite chocolates, and I'd be good. I don't need expensive shit. I don't need like Pandora, Swarovski, Louis Vuitton. I don't. I find those like I know that the more amount you spend, it's showing the more love. But for me, if you show me that like you're just there and that you want to be in my presence, that's enough for me because presence for me is a very big thing. Like, matlab, you could be sitting right beside me, I could be doing work, you could be watching TV, but I need you beside me. Or I need you in the vicinity around me. Like, I need to feel you there. If you're not there, I feel like, thoda sa empty ho jata hai, lostness ho jata hai.
Even though the gift is there.
Exactly. Like, I could be looking at the gift, and if I look at the gift, I'm gonna start crying. Right, so like there's no point on that. I'd rather you either be there or like send me a text message ki like kuch cutesy bol diya ya whatever, but physical touch and then acts of service, like if you make me coffee or if you like I don't know, if you tucking me in, doing that type of stuff for me is very emotional. Things more with action I feel are stronger to me than words, because words, so you can say I can say I love you and I mean it, but do you really if you don't show me it? And I don't mean showing you in the sense that like you respond back on the message. I don't mean like that. I mean, how do you show it? Do you show it through massaging your feet? Do you show it through doing things very carelessly?
Little things,
Just
yeah.
natural, pure love. That's what I find is my favorite.
I have a question. Are you asking the love language in the sense of like receiving it or giving it?
Like, what do you like receiving?
Okay.
Giving to us.
Okay,
That's
okay.
your lung. Both actually.
Yeah, because
Your lung.
it goes hand in hand, right?
Your love language.
Lung.
Saucy nahi aa rahi. Acha jaiye. Love language, people.
Love language is like just way you can understand also and show
Sure,
also.
also. Okay.
Showing was also, I mean, in showing, I think from what I've learned, I think it's very important that you understand the other person's love language because it's not always going to be the same as yours.
Yes.
Like, I could be physical touch, I could be acts of service, but the other person can be words of affirmation, can be gift giving. Although I think a lot of people have gift giving lower,
Yeah.
especially in our generation. I think a lot of people put that at the bottom because they're like, ये क्या मैं खुद खरीद सकती हूँ, like, so but I understanding your partner's um affirmations as well and what they want is very important. And honestly speaking, it can get a little difficult when they're different.
Yes.
Because you're not used to, let's say अगर word of affirmation है एक इंसान और मैं physical touch हूँ, it's very difficult for you to gather कि अच्छा इसको words of affirmation तो हम कैसे बताएं, हम कैसे दिखाएं कि यार प्यार तो है.
You're not used to it.
Exactly. It's hard to express in a different way than what you're used to. But if you truly love the person, you put in the effort. लेकिन कभी कभी जिंदगी में अगर if you can't put in the effort, then sometimes it's not meant to work out. But that's why when you're looking for a person that you're falling into or you're loving, it's good to have at least from the top two of your list, it's good to have at least one that's common.
Yeah.
If it's different, it's really difficult to maintain that relationship because they expect different things from you, but you don't give it because you expect different things back.
Yeah, I agree.
What do you think?
Yeah,
According to you, what's your love language?
it's definitely first is act of hers because it's something that my parents did a lot. कि वो लोग, they would never say, "Oh, I love you" and
Yeah.
shit like that, or mostly like gifts. But that's why I'm saying like I laughed because gift giving is also high in my
It's very
radar
common. We've seen it a lot.
because my parents showed me love through either doing something or my dad never said I love you to me, but he would give me like chocolate.
Yeah,
to, like,
I just think
tell-
Indians in general
we're
Exactly.
bad
yes.
at expressing
yes.
love.
We especially in the
Not, I don't know about the next generation, but especially up till our generation,
Mhm.
we are very bad at expressing our love.
especially I'm gonna be very picky on this, but especially पिछले के ज़माने के Indian men, they don't know how to express. They fear saying the words, but they'll give you a carton of mangoes. If you tell, I'm telling you,
Thank you.
if you tell your dad in the store कि यार मेरे को ये पसंद आ गया एक बारी, he'll get you the whole fucking
thing.
carton of it. But
But
that's
he did it again and again.
Exactly.
Because he
Keep
wants to
getting
show
it,
you.
yeah.
Yes.
exactly, he's like, I want to show you that, like, I know what you like, and that's fine. It's a very cute way of doing it, but ek tak materialistic things start to fade out. At one point there are bigger things like actions, which are, in our generation, actions are so much more important.
For me, acts of service is
Service.
at the top.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've said it before, I think, like,
Mhm.
whenever I host anybody, like, or invite anybody at my place, I cook a lot. Like, I will literally wake you up from your
Fire
sleep
food.
and ask you what do you want to have for breakfast.
It's like your way of showing love.
Yeah, because
to them,
that's
yeah.
my love language.
Mhm.
I will cook for you.
Mhm.
I will.
No, you never. Stop.
I haven't cooked you anything
Yeah, you have.
before.
So you cooked it.
Not today. So
Oh,
that
you
means
don't
I
love me
don't-
today?
No.
Yeah, it's not today.
She doesn't love you either, bitch. The fuck?
She will.
I offered. I offered.
Yeah,
her,
she
though.
offered me. I just said, I was like, okay.
Deख रही हूँ मैं. देख रही हूँ.
Priorities.
Fuck you too. No, you give me wine, no accounts.
And
Ah, yeah, this counts.
yeah. Okay.
This is material.
Yeah, this is gift giving.
Gift giving.
And for me, acts of service comes at number 1,
Mm.
and gift giving comes at 2.
Me too.
It doesn't necessarily have to be expensive. Like, you can give me a pendant or a scrunchie, and I will have it on my wrist 24/7 until and unless it's like begging me to take it off.
Especially if it smells like that person.
Yeah. So for me, gift giving is at like quite high because वही मैंने बोला ना, I don't think we are good at expressing love with words.
Yes.
We have been raised like that. So gift giving is 2, and third will be touch. Or maybe gift giving and touch would be same at 2.
Interchangeable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because touch is also very important.
Mm.
I mean, I can't do without touch. Like, I don't want to be poking you even if you're like.
Right? Thank you. I'll bite you. I'll fucking like if
I just want, if I will sleep like this, I can do that.
yeah, like if I'm not even joking. Like if I'm like sitting, like I'll make sure our knees are touching,
Yeah.
or I'll make sure that like my finger is there in your fingers.
If I want to sleep and you're like not in the mood to touch me or like we've had a fight, I'll just sleep like this.
Yeah, I'd be like, I love you,
Like, I know.
but I need my distance.
Yeah.
I'm not like I'm literally. I think last time I held my ex your finger, I kid you not, I was mad at him, but I held his finger like this, and I was sitting there, and he's like, are you okay now? I'm like, I don't know. Can you say sorry? He's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, okay.
Like, I'll take the whole hand.
For me, third will be words of affirmation. Because I think बातें तो जितनी मर्जी जिससे मर्जी करा लो.
But I think I don't know everybody, but as Indian kids, we crave for words of affirmation. Like, we want somebody to tell us, like, you're doing good.
That's a completely separate topic.
No, but I want to get complimented. Sure. Like, if I'm going out, if I'm dressed up, I want to be complimented. But if you're telling me, oh my god, you're confident, you're strong, to me that will be very fake.
I mean, not like that.
But coming from a right person, that does something.
I mean, I agree. I know what you. I know what you mean, but I just still think words of affirmations can be faked
Do you know why? I don't
to
like?
an extent.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I don't like words of affirmation. Personally, I don't find it necessary to say I love you every day.
Yeah, me too.
I think it ruins the context.
And I just think I love you is very overrated in general.
Yeah.
The phrase.
I think,
Cringy sometimes.
yeah,
It's just very overrated. Like, oh my god, you walk into a store, I love those boots. And
It
you're
just-
saying the same phrase to your partner. Like, oh my god, I love you. You've lost the meaning.
it feels materialistic at one point. It
Yeah.
feels like that.
Feels fake. It just, I know a lot of people use it as expressing their love. Ki haan, theek hai, matlab, this is my way of expressing love. I'm saying I love you. Oh my god, big deal. No,
I think,
you just love those boots.
I think, yeah, I think it's very important. I also think that in a relationship, if you're saying I love you too much, like let's say every morning, every night, too much throughout the day, I think it can be overwhelming.
And I just believe nazar bhi lag jati hai.
हाँ वो तो अलग बात
Very
ही है bro.
anti-perspective. Very anti-perspective, but I really
No, it's so
believe nazar
true
bhi lag
though.
jati hai.
Genuinely, it's so true because the more you say it, it's always stated that the person that cares about you the most is the one that puts the most amount of nazar on you. So the more you say something like that, the more the energy. I understand it's good energy you're sending, but rather than saying "I love you," you can send.
You can show it through your actions.
But okay, let's say it's like a long distance relationship. Actions, so they can send a gift. They can, like courier
There
gift.
can be a lot of actions, bro. I just think just talking to them once in a day or taking your time out to talk to your partner
Yeah,
is
yeah.
a big act.
That's what I think words of affirmations mean. It's not just like saying I love you or like my baby or whatever. It's like just talking,
Showing
it's
you
just,
want to talk.
Yeah, it's just conversating. Yes,
person's life.
it's just telling them, like I did this, and like, okay, you're invested, as you
Yeah,
said, like
you're
that,
merging them with you basically.
I think that's what love of
Love language.
Affirmation.
the affirmations mean. It's not just like, oh, I love you.
I'm also thinking, but like I understand with that, but usually what happens is that with people that do have words of affirmation as their top, the "I love you" part for them is very strong. So when they say it, they genuinely mean it. Especially if it's coming from a guy. When they say it, they genuinely mean it. Now, what my point is, instead of saying "I love you" every time, put it in a different way. Like it can be like, like, oh, like today, like I thought that what you did was amazing, and like it was just like, like अलग phrase में डाल सकते हो, फिर भी मेरे को समझ आएगा कि तू मेरे से प्यार करता है.
I mean, मेरे को पता है long distance. I've been in a long distance relationship, okay, and I came to Canada. I was in a long distance, like I was in a relationship, but it got long distance when I moved here. Beginning, में everything was fine, like even because of the time difference, we still made time for each other. But at one point, our priorities changed because
बहुत बड़ा shift
because
होता
we
है वो.
realized that this is not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So I just think our priorities changed. Pehle, my priority used to be that guy, then everybody else. But after a while, it just became like, okay, I have to go to work, I can't talk to you. I have to go to school, I can't talk to you. But in the beginning, even later on, we used to just sit on FaceTime and then do our shit. वो अपने laptop पे मैं अपने laptop पे. It just feels like he's there, He's there. It changed. It did change because life changed. Because my life changed. My life did a 180. I had to do a lot of different things. I had to look for houses, to deal with people, I had to deal with school. And at one point, I couldn't justify my choices to him. I couldn't tell him कि why am I choosing this? Because he didn't get it. उसको नहीं समझ आ रहा था कि यार ये क्यों कर रही है. I still remember we having a fight about, like us having a fight about why am I living with boys. He doesn't get the fact that it's not up to me. I mean, it's up to me up to a certain extent. But if I like a place, if I like the environment, I'm not going to see if there are boys or girls living in the house. I'm not sharing a room with anyone. That's just things like this. यही है जो डिस्टेंस क्रिएट करती है तुम्हारे बीच में.
वो जमाना भी निकल चुका है लड़का और लड़की दोनों साथ में रहने में. Like I mean, as long as he trusts you and that.
That's exactly what I said. Like I told him, like, why do you think
But
I
then
would?
there was a gap between you guys too. कि वो trust वो build हो गया, but then there was no way of maintaining it.
I just think कि my ex-boyfriend, he had been through something similar before me.
Yeah.
He had been through a phase that his ex-girlfriend cheated on him, and she was in Canada as well. So I think उसके लिए वो बहुत एक insecurity बन गई थी.
Trauma हो गया वो.
Yeah.
हाँ.
तो और उसने वो insecurity मेरे पे project कर दी. मैंने एक हद तक तो बहुत explain करा कि यार नहीं, you can, why aren't you trusting me? But at one point I also got frustrated. Okay, do as you please. I'm not gonna chase you anymore.
Yeah, there's also a certain level of how much one person can explain somebody, right? Like at one point you expect them कि यार understanding थोड़ा सा बना लो कि मैं उस लड़की की तरह नहीं हूँ और मैं बनना भी नहीं चाहती हूँ.
That's not even the point. I just think कि लोग long distance में बहुत change हो जाते हैं.
बहुत चेंज हो जाता है और बहुत सीखने को बहुत मिलता है यार.
Yeah.
It's when you're in a long distance. I'll give you an example. मेरी relationship long distance नहीं थी. It was कि मैं बहुत बिजी थी, so हम सिर्फ एक हफ्ते में एक ही बार मिल सकते थे, जो बहुत मुश्किल से होता था. लेकिन मेरे को मिलना ही था, मेरे को पता है यार. जब हम मिलते थे हमको ऐसे लग रहा था कि भाई लाइक लाइफ सेट हो गई, सही है सब कुछ. As soon as you don't see, if I didn't see that person for like 5 days 4 days, मेरे में अंदर एंग्जाइटी बन चुकी होती है. एंड इट्स नॉट दैट आई डोंट कॉल हिम एवरी सिंगल, आई कॉल हिम ऑल द टाइम. स्कूल में जब होती थी या काम जब होती थी टेक्स्ट नहीं करती थी मैं, क्योंकि मैं बहुत फोकस होती थी. लेकिन जब मैंने कॉल हिम ना, एंड आई कॉल्ड हिम, आई टॉक टू हिम, इनफ नहीं था. it wasn't enough. And I'm the type of person कि यार मेरे को ऐसे मतलब ऐसे जाना है कि तू फ्री है, I'm coming over.
Instant.
Yeah, like I don't have to think about it. It's like I just want to be there sometimes. कि मेरे को sometimes I just want to be around you. So when I used to, then he eventually moved out and I went to his dorms and I would be staying there. But again, those are planned. But again, I don't blame him क्योंकि ये मेरी गलती थी, क्योंकि मैं बहुत busy थी. That's why I knew that I wasn't ready for a relationship. क्योंकि अगर मेरी जिंदगी अभी इतनी busy है और मैं सिर्फ स्कूल में हूँ, तो भाई जब मैं इंटर्नशिप करूंगी या काम करूंगी तो मेरी तो पूरी लाइफ फ्लिप हो जाएगी. And that was my first relationship, so I learned a lot in the relationship.
Yeah, I mean, coming back to the long distance thing, I just think a lot of shit went down when we stopped communicating. Communication is the key.
Yeah,
There
genuinely.
was a point when मेरी 2 दिन बात नहीं होती थी because मैं इतनी busy हूँ.
Yeah.
मैं सुबह 2 टाइम ही बात कर सकती हूँ ना, या सुबह या रात को. और अगर आप दिन के बीच में बात कर रहे हो तो that means you're off your schedule.
Yeah.
और वो दोनों के लिए बहुत मुश्किल है because I'm a student and he is also working.
Yeah.
हमारी बात होती थी and कई बारी नहीं मैं सुबह उठ पा रही हूँ because I slept late the night before, or maybe I'm so busy or I'm out in the night again. I can't talk to you for 2 days 3 days straight. That's how we lost communication.
Yeah.
Because we settled for not talking to each other for 2 to 3 days because he assumed that okay, long distance never works out. ये तो होना ही है one day or the other. I was willing to make it work, but at one point he just believed कि ये नहीं होगा.
Yeah.
Let's give up.
Because he has gone through something.
He has gone through something like that, and I just think we both chose very different paths in life.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you knew there was no common ground coming forward.
Yeah.
अलग ही जाना है.
I knew that एक point ऐसा आएगा कि जहाँ पे हम दोनों बिल्कुल separate ही हो जाएंगे and we will have to cut each other off.
Yeah. I think it's really important कि even if you're doing long distance, or if you're doing long distance in the same city, like you're meeting them once a week and everything, it's important to understand how busy you are as a person and how busy they are as a person. Because in my situation, that person wasn't as busy as I was. I was always preoccupied. So for him, it was easier to make time and to do all this stuff and, to text constantly and all this. For me, it wasn't. And it wasn't common for me as well. So I found it difficult. So हमारी एक ही argument होती थी हर महीने. And the argument was always the same thing कि तू मेरे से बात नहीं करी, text नहीं करी. And I'm like यार इतनी बड़ी बात कैसे बन सकती है. तो मेरे को समझ आया यार उसकी लव लैंग्वेज वर्ड्स ऑफ एफर्मेशन थी. और अगर मैं टेक्स्ट नहीं कर रही हूँ तो उसके लिए वो कम हो रहा था, वो फुल नहीं होता, उसकी एक्सपेक्टेशन फुल नहीं हो रही थी. तो दैट्स व्हाई आई एम सेइंग दैट इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि एटलीस्ट एक कॉमन ग्राउंड होता. मेरे को तो लगता था कि हम दोनों के बीच में हमारी जो कॉमन ग्राउंड होती थी वो फिजिकल टच थी. लेकिन आई थिंक एज अ रिलेशनशिप प्रोग्रेस्ड वो चेंज हो गया था. उसके लिए आई थिंक इट वाज वर्ड्स ऑफ एफर्मेशंस एंड एक्स ऑफ सर्विस. मेरे लिए अलग थी दोनों. तो अब इस सिचुएशन में मैं क्या करूं. मैं इतना तो एक्स ऑफ सर्विस, तो इफ आई एम विद दैट पर्सन, मैं तो ऐसे इंसान हूं. तो आई विल स्टार्ट क्लीनिंग योर रूम, आई विल मेक श्योर दैट यू आर इन बेड प्रॉपर्ली. आई एम दैट टाइप ऑफ पर्सन, मैं ऐसी ही हूं. तो जब हम साथ में होते थे तो प्रॉब्लम्स नहीं होती थी क्योंकि मैं दिखाती थी. लेकिन जब ऑनलाइन होता था ना तो मेरे को बहुत दिक्कत आती थी क्योंकि मैं बहुत बिजी होती थी. So it's really important to understand if you're actually ready for a relationship, not just mentally, life-wise as well. Do you have the time to incorporate somebody? Because I wasn't able to merge them into my life. I wasn't able to integrate them. First of all, for me, that's very unsettling as a person that's been independent their whole life. It's a very unsettling feeling. Second, I couldn't. And no matter how much I tried, it felt like a प्रॉब्लम फाइट हर बारी सेम ही चीज हो रही है.
But I really think the best kind of relationships happen unexpectedly.
Yeah.
You can't like write it down on a calendar. Okay, this is the day I'm free to look for a relationship.
Yeah.
No, that's not how shit works. I just think when you love somebody so deeply, तुम उनके लिए time बना ही लोगे.
Yeah.
If you are attached to somebody इतना ज़्यादा कि नहीं यार मेरा तो मैं तो सांस ही नहीं आ रही, ये तो मेरी ऑक्सीजन है, that way, तो you will figure out one way or the other how to keep that person in your life.
तुम्हारी
It's my belief.
पर तेरी प्रायोरिटी तेरी माइंडसेट भी एक एज पे चेंज हो जाती है ना. लेकिन लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल कि आई फील दैट आई वाज वेरी कनेक्टेड विद दिस पर्सन. लाइक मतलब द वे दैट यू सेइंग वो मेरे सांस है, वो मेरी सांस ही था. आई एम सेइंग आई यूज्ड टू गेट एजिटेटेड जब वो मेरे पास नहीं होता था. बट
I just think that's not love.
But what I realized was my priorities were different compared to him. उसकी लाइफ में उसकी प्रायोरिटी मैं थी, उसकी स्कूल भी था, लेकिन मेरी प्रायोरिटी क्योंकि मैं from my whole life of being independent, the first thing I wanted to do before finding love was build my life, get to somewhere कि हाँ अब मैंने कुछ किया है.
वही बात है ना, वो तो planned हो गया ना.
हाँ, so that's what I'm saying. That for me at that time that was my mindset. I wasn't ready mentally. I thought I was. But I wasn't ready mentally for a relationship. But that was my first relationship as well. तो मेरे को पता नहीं था यार.
That's fine, but I just think when you plan it,
it doesn't work.
it doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't. And I fully agree. I think that if it happens so ghera, you're right. You'll fight
if
for
you're
it.
so like yeah, if you're so passionate about the other person कि तुम्हारा दिन ही नहीं शुरू हो पा रहा है उनके गुड मॉर्निंग के बिना,
Yeah.
तो तुम कुछ ना कुछ करके तुम like you ensure that somehow that person is in your life.
Yeah, I know.
Or
Okay.
they know that you
Yeah.
still like them.
Yeah, I think honestly my ideal guy would be like fighting tooth and nail just to be there in my life
Yeah.
and protect me with all the will, and not that I need any protecting,
Yeah.
but just the feeling
Yeah.
कि okay, like you know what,
ये मेरे को चाहता है.
no, I will walk on the side.
High as
No,
fuck.
I will walk on the side of the traffic. You come to this
Ah.
side. That protection.
Like little things.
Little things, yeah. That is something that I feel कि okay, you know, girls are that simple. कि तुम इतना सही कर दोगे तो तुम्हारी
Smaller
बंदी
things.
खुश हो जाएगी.
Yeah.
तुम कहाँ बंदियों पे मीम्स बना रहे हो, मेरी बंदी ये, मेरी बंदी वो, मेरा
Bro, मेरा point तो वही है. If you tuck me in bed, I'll fucking cry. I'll be like, इतना प्यार करते मेरे को टकिंग कर रहे हैं. And that too if you do it like a cutesy way. हाँ मेरा बच्चा सो रहा है. Like all that. Like you know,
I
very.
just remember once like I was coming back from a party and I was very drunk, like high as like oh my god, that drunk.
Yeah.
And obviously I had makeup on and all, and I was texting with my banda at that point, and then he just texted me one thing, and I think I've never slept so beautiful. And he knows that I hate sleeping with makeup. I hate it. I just can't. And I just told him that you know what, मेरे से में हिम्मत नहीं है अपना makeup उतारने की. I'm that drunk. I don't think I can do it. Even if he wasn't there, he just wrote to me that मैं होता तो मैं उतार देता. And I went, oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we
have some
are
very
simple
nice
creatures.
dreams
We just
tonight.
want like bare.
बस इतना ही चाहिए
Yeah,
लड़कियों को कि प्यार से 2 मिनट बात कर लो और थोड़ा सा इधर उधर बस वो कर लो बस.
Yeah, bro. Like fuck. You know, I'll say this: fuck sex, fuck all this physical shit. As much as yes, it's important in a relationship. I'm not denying it is important, but seriously, man, if you're just there,
Just be there.
just show me that like not just in like a lovey-dovey way, even like as a friend, right? Like obviously you want to be friends with your partner. If you're just there telling me यार कोई बात नहीं, like
सब
checking,
ठीक हो जाएगा.
yeah, checking up on me कि तूने खाना खाया है, all this types of stuff, like it's genuinely very touching. Which is why that relationship,
It makes you feel okay. There's somebody out there who cares.
yeah, it attaches your heart to them.
Yeah.
The problem that comes is usually
Not like मेरे बाबू ने खाना खाया.
no,
and all
not that shit. Just like did you eat food today? Like making sure that you're okay. Did you drink water today? Like just checking up on you. That I feel naturally builds love. Great. I think that that's a very good
100%.
demonstration of how
100%.
love works. I think what happens a lot of the time when, especially I think what I did was self-sabotage, where you feel that yes, I'm getting all this, and that too, there's a tendency in this life that you get what you want and then you fuck it up. It's a very common thing that happens, and you have it all in your hand, and you start to think, yeah,
You start taking it lightly.
and you also take a kamiya from it.
Yeah, you start taking it lightly.
No, because you know I'll get anything. So then you're like,
Not like,
okay.
not like that. Not like that. I don't.
No, but once you get the thing, you lose the value of it.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah.
Mm.
I
And
think.
when it goes, and then you realize the value of it again.
Yeah. I think. Yeah. I think.
But that's just part of
It's
moving
like
on.
the Rabata song. I don't remember the lyrics, but it says like when you don't have some, like, when you lose it, that's when you realize that you don't
Yeah.
have it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking
It,
about.
it's just genuinely, I think a lot of people do self sabotage. Sometimes it's a good thing that the relationship ends, you know, sometimes it's a learning factor. It's meant to end. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that there's multiple scenarios where you will get a lot of things in your life and you will feel like, yaar, ye mere saath kahan se aa raha hai? Kya se aa raha hai? Pehle to your life has been so shit now, so you get a good thing for once. You're like, aapne mere ko kuch de diya, acha. So you go through that and then you'll freeze up and you'll be like, nahi, isme kuch gadbad hai. Zyada ho raha hai ab.
I just think that's you.
Yeah, that is
At
me.
this
I'm
point.
fully just projecting myself, and I fully agree with it.
Because you are the overthink queen.
No,
Where's
but
your crown?
no, but a lot of people do this in relationships today.
I know they do, but you need to
question
stop.
yourself.
You question yourself
Yeah.
too much.
But you not need to stop overthinking your relationships and go with the flow.
Huh, I know.
That's what I think.
It takes
this
time to get
level
there.
to get there and you know figure this out. Okay, ठीक है अभी है तो मैं खुश रह सकती हूँ
Yeah.
इसमें. It's like it takes time.
You
Right now we are in a situation where like थोड़ा भी कुछ अच्छा हो तो नहीं. I think something is bad going to happen after this. So you're like, okay,
especially if you get into a fight in that good thing. ना तो every fight feels like नहीं अब ये मेरे को दिख
it's
रहा
a
है.
circle now.
Exactly.
अभी वापस
जो
नहीं होने
self
वाला है.
sabotage तुम पहले से कर रहे हो वो end में आके तुम ही गांठ जाता है. It's fucking your fault at the end.
What?
मतलब it shoves you up your own ass, okay? It like kicks you in your own ass, and you can't do anything about it after you lost it. But then, okay, but tell me why this. Tell me that this I feel like is very true, but at the same time, when it ends up happening, जो खत्म होता है, and everyone's like, you know what, it's okay, like it was for the better and all that. So you started thinking of things कि यार ये सही नहीं था relationship में, मेरे को ये नहीं था. Why is it that after the relationship, not only did I understand more of the importance of the person, but I also understood what was good and bad, and now I'm thinking, यार इतने तो मतलब ये तो छोटे फाइट है, ये तो मैं कोशिश करके भी फिक्स कर सकती थी.
That's just you like going through and like analyzing
The
your whole
grief of the face,
relationship. Yeah.
possibly. Yeah, possibly. And it's just it, guys. Let me just say this: प्यार,
That was so dramatic.
प्यार is a cycle of doubts, of energy, of connection that will drive you insane to one point. It depends on if you're ready to handle that or not. If you're not ready to handle it, the relationship will break. If you love that person, you're ready to handle it, you will fight any fucking negative energy. You take off nazar as much as you want from that person, but you'll find a way. Okay. And I think very truly that at some points in life, at certain points in life, people are just not ready for relationships. And that's completely fine.
But why is it that they realize they're not ready for relationships after getting into one? Why
Because
break the other
you're
person's
trying,
heart?
na.
Because you gain realization of why it wasn't working the first from your side. Imagine in the relationship you're fighting so much, लेकिन उस टाइम पे आपको समझ आ रहा था, आप बस इमोशनली सोच रहे थे.
Yeah.
जब ब्रेकअप होता है तो इंसान को रियलिस्टिकली समझ आता है, यार ये मैं ये नहीं कर पाती क्योंकि मेरी जिंदगी में ये अभी मोर इम्पोर्टेंट है. उस टाइम पे उस रिलेशनशिप को समझ नहीं आता, because you're handling someone else's emotions at that point.
But I genuinely think, yaar, a good relationship will happen to you when it's the least expected.
I know.
When you least expect it. When you are least ready for it. When you're least like you are not even happy about this.
Yeah.
But at one point you realize this is the best thing that could have happened.
एंड में भगवान पे ही छोड़ दो. उन
हाँ, सारी बातें करके भगवान पे डाल दो. So typical.
उनने वैसे भी पूरी जिंदगी हमारी लिखी हुई है, बस वो थोड़े थोड़े प्लेट में दे रहे, थोड़े प्लेट में दे रहे कि बेटा ये खा लो पी लिए, बेटा वो खा लो पी लिए. कभी कभी पूरी मतलब बुफे देते थे एक बारी में बहुत ठूस के, कभी नहीं देते थे.
I just think cheat days लिखे हुए हैं भगवान जी ने भी.
बहुत cheat days
कि
लिखे हुए हैं यार.
आज चल तू बिरयानी डिजर्व कर रही है मुझे लग रहा है, और कल तो तू मतलब
Salad, only salad.
सैलेड भी क्या, वो भी लग्जरी हो गया, घास फूस भी.
कल तो ना कच्चे करेले का बस
कच्चे करके
कुछ तो मतलब मिट्टी भी खा ले मेरे को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता but that's my point bro like you might be and I know a lot of people when they go through breakups you might be going through a lot of shit you might be thinking about a lot of things you might be self-doubting yourself कि यार ये सही था ये नहीं था I'm telling you because I'm doing this right now at the end of the day genuinely if it happened and you know it hurt it was a good thing and if you're still remembering that person it's a good thing that means you cared अगर यादें आ रही है उनकी that means you actually gave an effort in that relationship प्यार था like कुछ तो था
अगर तुम्हें याद नहीं आ रही
Well,
this
so
just means that you haven't moved on. You're having a tough time moving on.
Remembering
it's just I think when you're remembering somebody and you have memories of them and you know they come back into your brain as
That should be good memories.
I'm not saying that.
Those are good memories.
I'm just saying in general, if you're remembering a person, it shows that you know.
I just don't want to remember any of my exes. Okay.
I have one, bro. I think it's great.
Bro, I don't know why this.
You have one. At this point I'm just taking notes from them, and I'm also actually I'm trying to think of in a way because right now I've never been in a relationship. I've not dealt with this, but I'm trying to put this into perspective with my best friend right now because we are going through something very similar where we are long distance and we love each other. Okay, we talk to
Are
each
you
other
sure
every day. What?
That's your best friend you're talking
Therapy
about?
starting, guys. I'm hungry.
That. Okay.
No, no, she's my best friend. Bro, you should hear our conversation. No,
Girly pop,
we are-
spill it.
the way we talk to each other, it doesn't feel like we are best friends. But
Why is no filter?
I get it. I
the
get
only
it.
thing remaining is doing the nasty shit together.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, truly.
No, honestly, if you
Wait, I want to say something. I just feel like this podcast has been such RR so far.
No, how long has it been?
It's been 1.5 hours.
God, guys.
Yay, girly pops.
I'm really fucking
That's what I'm saying. Like best friends, I was trying to put it into that perspective where she's like now there's a little more distance. कि एक साल पहले कभी I moved here, there was more connection. हम बात we would put in effort. कि चल अभी बात करते हैं. We'll plan this date where we talk on FaceTime or whatever. But then
Boys are stupid.
exactly, and then
I
it
agree.
doesn't work out, and then she tries her best to understand कि मेरे situation में क्या चल रहा है, and I try to tell her कि मेरा आज ये है, मेरा आज पूरा schedule
Yeah,
full है, but for her as well it's difficult,
Yeah.
right? So it, like I was trying to like
Apply
connect
it.
it कि
Even people you've left behind, and you know, it's very hard to make them understand कि तुम इतने busy हो कहाँ,
क्या?
कि तुम्हारे
क्या
इतने
कर क्या रहे हो?
कि तुम्हारे इतने लौड़े लग कहाँ रहे हैं.
यार उनको तो लगता है कि यार ऐसी जिंदगी तू कौन सी जीती है लाइक तू मतलब दो काम तू कर ही नहीं रही तू वो भी नहीं करता तेरा स्कूल इतना कहाँ है like
That's what I'm saying. No, it's very hard to make people understand कि तुम्हारे इतने लौड़े लग कहाँ रहे हैं.
I'm like unless you actually experience it or you sit with me for a week and see what I fucking go through you will not understand like I need a document कि मेरी जिंदगी में क्या क्या होता है सुबह कैसे
I think
उठती हूँ
it's very similar with parents. They don't like you live with your parents, but I understand that. But trying to make them understand कि क्यों मैं इतनी tired हूँ. Why?
Yeah, bro.
It's so
Oh
difficult.
my god. My parents, they look at me like कुछ लाइफ में किया है नहीं धरा है नहीं थकी किस बात की पड़ी है.
Like, क्या
I
ऐसा
just
part
feel-
उठा लिया तूने
I
आज?
just feel like हमारे पेरेंट्स की जनरेशन को लगता है कि हमारी जनरेशन को ना सैड प्यार इमोशंस टायर्डनेस एग्जॉशन फील करने का राइट ही नहीं है. हमारी जनरेशन हमारे माँ बाप ने तो एक ही चीज सिखाई है तुम्हारी लाइफ में प्रॉब्लम है सुबह जल्दी उठा करो
चाय पियो
Phones बंद करो.
फोन बंद करो.
चाय
ये
पियो।
तुम्हारी फोन नहीं तो तुम्हारी जिंदगी खराब की हुई है.
Sometimes
तो
it is true. Sometimes it.
अबे वो तो इतना तो नहीं है
Yeah.
अरे बट यार इट इज सो हार्ड टू टेल योर पेरेंट्स कि ब्रो नहीं देयर इज अ थिंग कॉल्ड मेंटल एग्जर्शन.
Yeah.
bro there's a thing called okay जब मम्मा या पापा मेरे को पूछे कि तू like just try and handle your schedule I'm like यार होता नहीं है हमारा एक असाइनमेंट 6 या 8 घंटे लगते करने में
Bro, you're still lucky. You go home to your mom and to
I
your
know.
house. Like you don't have to clean it. You
I
don't
know,
have to
I
cook.
know.
You don't have to do anything. if one day I walk into my house and my room is a mess, मुझे नींद नहीं आती है.
Yeah.
Even if my legs are like cracking,
You want
अंदर
to-
से हड्डियां crack हो रही हैं,
कुछ तो
I
था.
will fix my bed first, do my dishes, and then go to bed.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's routine.
Wrong segment, sorry. We have a specific segment for this episode, but for today's episode, but for the rest of the episodes, we will have a segment that's gonna happen in every single one of them.
And we're going to tell you about it as the episode goes forward. But for
Yes.
now, what we're going to do is each one of us is going to tell 2 truths and a lie about themselves. And the other 2 have to guess. So
Yep.
let's go.
Which honestly, I'm curious to actually see because we know each other pretty well. Like
I
we're
know.
I don't know. I don't even know myself right now.
damn.
I need to think about my 2 truths and a lie.
Yeah, same though. But like, I'm excited to see what we actually know of each other because we know, bro. We talk about shit all the time. We
Yeah.
should know. We should know, but we'll see. We'll see how much we know. Anyway,
But I'm going to, like, I'll come up with something that I don't think you guys would know.
okay. Goes. Let's test it out.
So who goes first? Should I go first?
Sure.
Okay, so the first one is I'm adopted. The second one is I don't have a birthmark on my body. And the third one is what was the third one? Oh yeah, I have eaten an octopus.
You're adopted.
That's so obvious.
You don't know that.
You're not adopted.
We know you very well.
I know you. You're not adopted.
How do you know that?
You're not adopted.
Not adopted.
How do you know that?
You're just not adopted.
You look like your
You
family.
look like you're not adopted.
You're not adopted.
Fuck you.
That was a lie.
Not adopted. We know that.
Okay, I'll go next. Okay. I love kheer, the dessert. I could eat it all day. I have a low sex drive, and my name was supposed to be Aditi when I was born.
I think it's I love kheer is the lie.
Yeah. It could be the Aditi part too.
No, I know her name was supposed to be something else.
But how do you know it was Aditi? It could be. It could be.
No, I know it.
Oh, okay.
I know it.
Then I'm going with your gut.
And
Kheer.
she doesn't have a low sex drive.
Okay, kheer it is.
Kheer it is.
So no, that's correct. I like that. I have a low sex drive is a lie. I don't have a low sex drive. I have a very high sex drive. That was a lie. You dumbasses. You're dumbass. You answered your own question. I was like, wait, what? Wait, hold on one second.
Okay, in our defense, we got it right.
We got it right.
We got it right, but we just heard the thing
Uh-huh.
wrong.
Okay.
We just got tied up in our heads. We got it right.
Exactly. Okay.
She doesn't have a low sex drive, but she's like, what kid is the lie? I was like, hold the fuck on.
Guys,
I'm sorry. I'm
we
drunk.
get the point. We get the
We
point.
do get the point.
Yeah. Okay, now you go.
I've watched Friends 8 times. I've never slept in a class. My mom has burned me.
Your what?
What?
Burned me.
Burned you. You watched Friends 8 times.
No,
That's a lie?
That's true.
Oh, she loves Friends. Oh, I think her mom might have.
I think it's the lie is I've never slept in a class.
Oh shit! No. yeah.
True.
I've seen you sleep in the class.
I mean,
No, I've
What?
never slept. Okay, here's the thing. I have only slept in a class once. I've never like.
Who
fully-
doesn't sleep in a class?
you sleep in class 5 times.
No, but I never like fully sleep. Matlab, I'm like not like you. Like,
But
I'm
we don't know
awake.
that, right? That you are awake.
She said not like you though. I'm awake, but not like you.
You are a different creature when you sleep.
She hibernates.
Yeah, exactly. She goes into another universe.
Dimension and
Yeah.
wake up like 15 hours
She's like,
later
"Where
with
am
no
I?"
memories of whatever whatsoever.
Okay, round 2.
My mom burned me when I was young.
Okay, so now we're repeating.
Uh,
You stealing?
my mom burned me. My mom burned me when I was young while taking a shower. I got lost in the Calgary Stampede, and my favorite dog breed is a husky.
What? Say it again.
Your favorite dog breed is not a husky.
My mom burned me when I was young in the shower. I got lost in the Calgary Stampede, and my favorite dog breed is a husky.
You have to guess the lie.
Yeah, so that's the lie. It's the husky part because the other two are very specific.
I think you never got lost in a stampede in Calgary.
Huh?
I think that's the lie.
I don't know.
Yeah, this is hard.
But then, why would she come up with that?
Random shit. She's creative, yo. You don't know.
Fuck it. Okay, I'll say husky. You say stampede. I guess.
Which was the third one? Your mom burnt you as a child
While taking a shower.
while taking a shower.
Okay, she could be reverse psychologing our asses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
she'd be like, उसने use किया तो ये लोग सोचेंगे.
fuck it. I'm gonna go with the stampede.
I'm gonna go with husky.
Right.
See, I knew because
I
I
was
love
also
huskies, so I never heard her say anything about huskies.
I think huskies are my second favorite. They're the most dramatic dog ever. I love them, but my favorite is a golden retriever.
Mm.
I got lost in the stampede when I was young, and my
See,
yeah.
that's very hard to come up. Like stampede, like how would you think that creative?
No, I could fuck you up,
Yeah.
but it's very iconic that I did get lost in a stampede. I was in Calgary, and my mom. I was walking with Cushy, my friend, and my mom was walking forward with her mom, and she turned around and I wasn't there. I found myself back to my mom by myself. I came crying to her, and like this stampede is like, bro, there's about like 5,000 people there.
Oh,
It's
fuck.
huge. So yeah, I did get lost in a stampede. And I was burned by my mom over here. Sorry, mom. I know that you hate this topic. Those are the two most triggering moments of our life, and I'm just like, here, take it.
That's my true truth.
But yeah. Oh.
Okay. So I put milk first before the cereal when I eat breakfast. I told you. I have never eaten for sorry. I've never eaten for 24 hours. Okay. And I got lost in IKEA.
I can't believe that. I can believe that. I can believe that. Bro, I can imagine she's just like, fuck, where am I? Kitchen now?
Wait, I forgot what.
What
Okay.
was the lie?
I don't remember. Okay.
Say it again.
I've put milk first before I put cereal in.
Mm.
I have never eaten for 24 hours.
Mm.
And I've gotten lost in an IKEA before.
I don't think you put your milk before your cereal.
No, I think she could do it. यार इंडिया में बहुत कॉमन होता है वहाँ पे डालने का.
नहीं होता है. इंडिया में नहीं होता है. कि तुम्हें क्या लग रहा है इंडिया कौन से देश में है? कौन सी यूनिवर्सिटी?
No, I can believe that, bro. She does weird shit all the time.
I am weird.
I just think it's the milk thing. What was the second thing?
No, I think she got lost in IKEA as a lie. Oh, how old were you when you got lost in IKEA?
Oh, that ruins the whole thing,
Achha, okay,
bro.
fine.
You can't
I
ask.
can't give you
Sorry.
descriptions.
Is that one?
You haven't eaten for 24 hours?
I think it's that one.
No, I think it's the milk thing.
Okay.
You tell us.
That's our answer.
I've never eaten already.
Yeah, see, I knew it. I knew it because she always eats something.
I have put my milk first.
I knew she would do it.
No, I've put my milk first and cereal ever since I was a kid. I never knew like that concept of putting cereal first and then milk is crazy to me.
See, I knew
It's
it.
like what?
fucking
What
knew
are
it.
you doing? I understand it.
What
might
are you
be,
doing?
Like how are you? Like how like you were raised or whatever, but not raised, but but how you were taught to do it. But that and then the IKEA one, I was like, I went to IKEA when I was 15, 16. So of course, why would I get lost?
Oh, okay.
And a
That's what I was
phone.
asking the age because I'm like, if you're like 4 years old,
That would
you
have
would get
given
lost
it
in
out,
IKEA.
yeah.
But
would
yeah,
have given it
I knew you put your milk first. You're just the type of person to
I
put your
am
milk
weird.
first.
I know that.
No, I used to do it too, but then I got bullied and then I switched. Life sucks. Anyway, okay, your turn.
Okay, so
I'm going back into like the fucking BC times, and I'm going to be looking like I'm writing that shit. Yeah. Well, guys, congratulations. That was better. That was a better round.
Yeah.
That actually got us a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Can she be that weird?
Oh,
Can she do this?
The food has been dropped off.
It's dropped.
So, just for you guys, we have a very fun and special segment. It's called Petty and Valid. Yay, drum roll. So, each one of you can drop one or more of your stories into our DMs or in the comment section of how you could understand if a person is petty or being valid. And we'll try to figure that out for you. 3 different perspectives.
It could be your story, it could be your mother's, your father's,
Anybody's.
anybody's. We just
And
want a story.
if you want it anonymous, we can do it anonymously. If you don't care about your name being said on the podcast, that's fine too. It's all your choice, and you can send your stories on Instagram direct messages or under in the comments section.
And of course, whatever we're gonna say, we're gonna give you what our perspective is, our advice.
Very honest opinion.
You don't need to follow it. You don't need to agree with it. It is just our perspective. You know, if you're confused and you need an answer, you have 3 people you don't fucking know, that will give you an answer. So it's just, don't take it personally. Whatever's being said is just for fun and games.
And it's a good thing because it's a random stranger's perspective. They don't have feelings towards you or the person or whatever the situation. So it's a good.
We don't even know you.
Exactly.
We just know your
We
story.
don't know you, but we know your story, and we're just here to help. That's
We
all
just
it
know your story, so we'll try to help you out as much as we can. Petty or valid, you guys figure it out.
You guys figure it out, and you tell us. And you tell us in the comments if you feel it was petty or it was valid, and we'll agree or we'll see if we disagree with you.
And we'll be back with another episode in which we'll discuss all the stories about everything and to talk a lot more about things, weird shit, fun facts.
Everywhere else.
Yes, there's no particular subject to this podcast, guys. This is just girls talking.
Girls talk, our life. You see in a brief introduction of what we're like, about what our life is like, and this is literally our conversations at McDonald's, like every other day.
Yeah.
So we're not like, I'm not even joking. We'll start vlogging as well. We're gonna start posting on Instagram, so please watch those.
There are gonna be some daily updates on the Insta stories, so watch out for those.
Let's glimpse into our lives and our college life in general.
And it's almost summer in Canada, so that will be fun, I think.
We'll be out more than staying in and hibernating like this madam.
Hoping to entertain you guys as much as we can. So just share.
Like, share, and subscribe, and please turn the notification bell on. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Toodaloo. SASwithASS out. Mic drop. We'll get another mic for us the next time.
I just throw it.
Bye, guys.